Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Arsenal transfer windows coming down to the wire. Arsenal need a winger, and we are currently linked to Raheem Sterling, Kingsley Coman, and we are also now linked to another player. Yes, we are also now linked to another player. You guys are going to be surprised who it is. We are currently linked to Anthony Gordon. All this, plus we're going to talk about the Champions League. I'm going to have a Real Madrid fan, Liverpool fan, and a Man City fan to discuss the Champions League, in addition to Rodri being linked to Real Madrid. There is so much to talk about today. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys enjoy this video by hitting that like button, showing some love to the channel also by hitting that like button. And if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Before we go any further, let's get the intro started and introduce the guests. Okay. Yes, people. What's going on? Seagull Talks Football. We are back again with another video. And yes, I just told you guys a massive story just dropped. Anthony Gordon to Arsenal. Anthony Gordon interest has come out of absolutely nowhere. At what time did this drop? At 8:42 on the 29th of August. We are the first time we are linked to Anthony Gordon the entire transfer window. But before we talk about Anthony Gordon and everything else, how's my wonderful panel doing? How are you guys all? Musa, Dayo, Sam, how you guys all doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
Shit? What the hell? Why?
Yeah, because my team is losing.
Morons. Oh, yeah. Real Madrid are playing right now.
Yeah. Bunch of morons, still all of them, bro.
All right. We will speak about Real Madrid in a second. But before we go any further, people do please hit that like button. Musa, how you doing? You signed a player. You must be guest. Hello? Is he there? Like, what's going on? Bro, you're on mute. I can't hear shit. All right. Dayo, you saved the show. How you doing, my brother? Dayo, you're on mute too. What the fuck's going on today? Everyone's on mute.
Why is everyone on mute?
Technical issues. Can you hear me?
Okay, now we're better. Okay, let's get that first 2 minutes out of the way. Let's get on the show now. Everyone is speechless, right? You know where we're going to begin? We're going to begin with the Anthony Gordon news. Anthony Gordon to Arsenal. What the hell? Where did this come from? It came from the Mail. The Mail Sport have reported that inside Newcastle, Arsenal are expressing interest in Anthony Gordon as the Magpies open contract talks. Fellow Toon winger hopes to exit St. James's Park on the deadline day. Bro, we're going to talk about Raheem Sterling. We're going to talk about everybody else, but this is the latest news. Dayo, would you take Anthony Gordon? And how much do you think he would cost?
Look, at this stage, right, honestly, I don't even care about cost anymore. I just know that we need somebody up front. And is Anthony Gordon the guy that we need? On that left-hand side, maybe. I know we have Trossard there, but I keep saying this. I think Trossard and Martinelli are two impact players. That's what I think. I think both players are the type of players that you bring in at 45 minutes and they can do the job. But for 90 minutes, they tend not to perform. I mean, of course, Martinelli, understandably, with the injuries and on and off last season, and then for Trossard, because we played him as an impact sub last season as well. So it's kind of become their game. But Anthony Gordon will not be a bad deal if, I don't know if Anthony Gordon gets us over the line in our forward line. Like, he's great. He's an amazing player. Don't get me wrong. I want him, but I'm just like, is that enough to beat Man City is the question I'm asking myself.
Bro, if you're questioning Anthony Gordon, we're going to be talking about Raheem Sterling and Kingsley Coman in a second. Arsenal are being linked to so many different wingers. So not only are we linked to Anthony Gordon, we're also linked to, Kingsley Coman and all these other guys. Do you know that, right? We're currently also linked. We're currently also linked to Raheem Sterling right now. But before we go on to all of those, Musa, you were linked to Anthony Gordon. Do you think Arsenal should go for Anthony Gordon?
Listen, Anthony Gordon last season had, I think, 11 goals, 10 assists, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
You can look it up. Look it up. Anthony
Yeah,
Gordon for Arsenal would be nuts. I think it would be it would be I think of course like 70 million, but you're buying probably the best left winger in the league. That's what I'm trying. Prem proven.
You
I
think
the
Anthony
guy
Gordon's the best? One second.
left winger.
You honestly
One-
believe Anthony
listen
Gordon's
to
the
me, one
best
of- I
left
said
winger
one
in
of-
the league?
Last season, though.
Look
Who
how
else?
last season. I'm saying last season. We looked at the numbers. We looked at the numbers. I was thinking, who is the best left winger? I was shocked at it myself. I'm not gonna lie to you. Last season, his stats were incredible last season. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I thought Gordon would be coming to us because he's a Liverpool fan, but we got Chiesa instead. So I'm kind of happy with that as well. So it's like.
Can I ask you a question? Musa, can I ask you a question? Do you think Anthony Gordon in Arsenal completes the team that can actually go on to challenge this Man City team and win the league? That's the question I ask myself. When we're linked to a player, I'm asking myself this. Hold on. That's what I'm saying. I'm asking, like, you look at Arsenal, you look at how Arsenal performed last season and how we started the season, this first couple of games, game week 2. You've watched, even if you haven't watched the games, you've probably seen the highlights and all that. You've probably read some of the stats. The question that I normally ask myself is, as an Arsenal fan, if we're adding this caliber of player, who is actually a good player, does he get us over the line against this Man City team? If he doesn't, then I don't think that's the player we need. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not the best.
I disagree.
So I'm asking.
You said that's not the player you need just because he doesn't get you.
No. So I'm asking, I'm asking you now, do you think that he's the one that gets us over the line? Like, do you think with Anthony Gordon, we win the league?
Listen to me. I think it's much more, and I think it's one more player and then Anthony Gordon. So I'm thinking you guys haven't got, like, let's say that midfield. Look, I'm looking at that midfield for now. You got Mikel Merino, Partey, Rice, Odegaard. Odegaard's the only mainstay I'm looking at. Like Odegaard and Rice are the only mainstays, number ones. Like these lot are the guys. But then I'm looking at, if your backups, Mikel Merino and Jorginho, I'm not really 100% on that. You guys,
what's that noise?
I think that's me.
What the
I'm
hell?
not looking at
Sounds
the
like a
guys.
car
That
siren.
was crazy. Anyway, that is. I don't think Gordon is the guy to carry you guys, because he's not. I don't think he's I don't think he's like the number one. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Like, he might be better than Martinelli, but I remember when Martinelli had like 15 goals and you still didn't win the league. Like Saka and Martinelli were on crazy numbers and you guys still didn't win the league as well. So it's like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Musa. That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
I'm saying Martinelli scored 15 goals. We didn't win the league. Anthony Gordon scored 11 goals and had a bunch of assists. So the question I'm asking, I'm not saying.
I'm giving you an example.
I know, just
Salah and Mane got like 20 goals. Can get 20 goals a season. But we still don't win the league. Like stuff like this. These things happen. If your defense is just as good as last season, I think you have a chance. I think you have.
I know, but
you have the closest of chances.
Let me ask the question again in a different. It's a simple question. Looking at this Arsenal team, do you think that if we add an Anthony Gordon alone, the window is almost closed. The window closes tomorrow night, right? Do you think that if that's the only player that we add, that we're strong enough as a team to challenge Man City is a question. It's a yes or no question for me. Like,
you're strong enough to challenge without Gordon.
I think
without Gordon.
I think
it gives you in a better chance. I think you're in a better chance. You have a better chance with Gordon.
Okay.
You will challenge Manchester City without Gordon. Let's be honest here. You're in a better position with Anthony Gordon.
That's 1 second. There's a situation though. 45 million is what they paid for him originally, if I'm not mistaken, right? So they're gonna want at least like 60.
I don't think it's 60, because when we were looking at him, we tried to give Gomez I think and 30 million. So we value Gomez as 45 million. We value Gomez right now as 40 million. 40 million. So think about it. It's Gomez plus the 30 million we added on top of it. So that's what I'm trying to say to you. Like,
let's hear from the comments. Somebody in the comments here said Anthony Gordon links are probably fake. I don't see Newcastle doing business with Arsenal. And also this late in the window, I think he might have a point. Sam, do you think this makes sense? Do you think a club would actually sell one of their key
Does
players
he,
this late
does
in
he
the
have a
window?
release clause? Is the question that you need to ask
Nope.
yourself.
It doesn't make sense.
I'll
He
find
doesn't have
out.
a
I'll
release
find
clause.
out.
No release
It-
clause.
it- I know. Okay, I'm just saying, like, no, these are the questions we need to ask because sometimes it doesn't make sense. Look at Thomas Partey on the last day of the transfer window a couple of seasons ago for Arsenal. It was a release clause, and boom, on the last day the player
He
was there.
does have a selling clause, 100 million.
Yeah, we're
100
not going to
million.
trigger.
100 million. So you're not going to trigger that. You're not going to
We're not
trigger
going
that.
to
We're not
trigger
going to trigger that. That
I
doesn't
know,
make
but I'm
sense.
just saying, like, there's still players on the market because release clauses for me, I think, is something where it's like if you can convince the player on the back end through his agent, and the player says, "Okay, I don't mind coming to your club," all you need to do is just go pay the release clause if you can afford it. You know, there's no need to dilly dally around the bush. And when it gets to this close end of the transfer window, that's what most clubs would do. Fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. Anthony Gordon, I think, is a great player and a good addition if by any miracle it happens. But my question is still, does he get us over the line? That's the big question I'm asking.
That is a big question.
I
But
think-
before
no.
we go into the Champions League, there is another story. You guys know Chelsea are pushing to sell Raheem Sterling to Arsenal so they can get Jadon Sancho. Do you guys think Raheem Sterling to Arsenal makes sense? At this moment in time, Arsenal have been offered Raheem Sterling by the players' representatives. He would be willing to make a significant pay cut to join the club, which would mean his salary. But the issue is, will Chelsea either loan him or let him go on a cheap deal? At this moment in time, I don't think Chelsea want to buy out his contract. And Arsenal, if they were to take him, they want to take him on favorable terms. They're not going to go above and beyond to get him over the line.
Okay, my question is to you guys: would you take him?
Just before you go, I want to hear from Sam. Sam, do you think this is the kind of move Arsenal need to make to get over the line, or you think this is stupid?
I think Sterling's past it, to be fair. You need a striker. You don't need Sterling. If you don't get a striker, I don't see you guys getting over the line. I've said this for time. Sterling ain't the answer.
We're not
I
signing
think
a
that
striker. It's too late in the window to
Okay, well there you go then.
45 million
Yeah,
for,
okay, well there you go.
for
Then I
Yotko.
don't see how this is gonna work. Because Sterling is past it. I don't rate Sterling anymore like that, the way I used to. So no, this doesn't make any sense for me as well. You've got Tross out there.
No, but we need attackers. We need attackers.
You need a striker. That's what you need.
We have two players that play a striker. We only have three wingers.
So they have Havertz up there. I
that's
think
not-
Havertz is going to be the mainstay up there. I think Havertz is going to be.
We
the,
have
the, the
Havertz
guy
and
up there.
Jesus, and we have Martinelli and Trossard who can also play as striker.
Yeah, but Jesus ain't good enough, is he? He's clearly not good enough.
Jesus is good enough to do a job. My thing is,
Yeah, but do it.
we
But what
currently-
does that
we
mean?
cur-
What does
at this
do a job
moment in
even mean?
time, bro, I don't disagree with you that we don't want a striker eventually. But if the striker that we want is not out there, we just need some wing depth. We're not going to sign a striker just for the
What
sake
you're
of
telling me?
signing
There
a
is no striker out there that you can get. There's no striker out there. Come.
We don't want Victor Osimhen. At this moment in time,
That's
there is
reasonable.
rumors.
That is
There
reasonable.
is rumors with Ivan Toney. I can show you that. There is
Yeah,
rumors with Ivan
already
Toney.
one that would elevate you guys. He would
One
elevate
second.
you.
But before we go to Ivan Toney, let's just finish off with Raheem Sterling. Then we'll go to Ivan Toney. Cool? We'll talk about Ivan Toney in a second. We'll talk about Ivan Toney in a second.
Would Sterling would even, like I'm saying, would you guys want him? Arsenal fans in general, would Arsenal fans open
Bro, at
Sterling
this
with
point-
open
at this
arms?
point-
That's what I'm asking.
This late in the
Sterling
window,
with open
I think we're gonna take whatever is the best possible thing that we can do to strengthen our depth.
It's Raheem
Let me
Sterling in
can
2024.
you hear me, Musa? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. I
Yes,
can hear you.
yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so Raheem Sterling in 2024, I hear this and it sounds like revisionist history to me. Just 2 seasons ago, this guy was still playing very, very well, was still valued. And he went to a Chelsea team that was terrible, an unstable club that had 6 managers literally in 2 years. That's the team that he went to. And because
I remember football.
Hold on,
2
just
seasons
hold
ago.
on.
I don't
Just,
think
just,
Sterling
no,
was
listen.
still good. I don't
I
think
said he
Sterling
was still
good.
playing. He was
Do you
still
think?
playing good. I didn't say he was. Hear what I said, so that you don't mix up my words. I said he was
Yeah.
still playing good. He was still a player that was rated as Raheem Sterling. Take it or leave it.
Yes.
2 seasons ago, he was rated as Raheem Sterling. He was playing very good. My point is, he goes to a club where he spent the last couple of years, an unstable club that has had over 6 managers in 2 years, a club that started rebuilding and is just doing all kinds of nonsense left, right, and center. The whole team looked poor, not just him. At the end of the day, people only put the blame on him because he's a senior player and they expected him to shine in that dirt, right? It's like you have to shine in that dirt because you have the experience. But sometimes you're not able to shine in a place where you just can't. Kai Havertz is a good example. I'm not saying that Raheem Sterling is going to come to Arsenal and ball, but I'm saying Raheem Sterling has experience in the Premiership, both with Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea. He's had the good, the bad, the ugly. The bottom line is, if you needed somebody to cover in the wings, he can still run. We see he's still got the pace. Maybe he just needs to be in a more stable team or in a better place to at least perform to be half of what he used to be. Maybe. That's all I'm saying. So if there's nobody else, before I go get a winger from another league who's going to spend the first 10 games trying to get his foot together and understand the Premiership, I would rather take a player who I know, okay, listen, the chances of him hitting the ground running is easier because he's been in the league longer, and he does have the experience.
You would rather have Anthony Gordon though, right?
I'd rather have I'm saying I'd rather have a better winger than Raheem Sterling. But if there's none on the market and I need to cover, because you still have to have someone in like if you have nobody, if something happens to any of our wingers, then we're in trouble. Like if you don't have anybody, at least have somebody there to. I know how terrible Mudryk is, but Chelsea have Mudryk regardless. And Mudryk scored against Arsenal last season. He just kicked the ball. We didn't even know it was a cross or a shot. It went in the back of the net. The point is they had somebody there. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about Ivan Toney yet, but we'll talk about him right after. But at this moment in time, Raheem Sterling, would you guys take him in the comment section? Let me know.
And y'all, let me say this as well. If I were to take Raheem Sterling, I want a pay cut and I want a loan deal. If they're not going to do a loan deal and a pay cut, those two things. What
if Raheem Sterling takes a pay cut and Chelsea agree to sell him for like 10 million?
Well, if they want to sell him for 10 million, then that's a different deal. I'll take a 10 million deal and a pay cut. But that's what they did for
Jorginho.
Yeah, but I would
prefer him to us for 12 million, and he took a pay cut.
Yeah, but I would prefer to take a loan deal because it's a loan deal, and I'll do a pay cut. I'd rather do that.
Some people are saying no fee loan. Okay.
Yeah, a loan deal.
Sam, what about that? What do you think? Before we talk about the Champions League and everything, we just need to finish up this Arsenal stuff. What do you think about that? If Arsenal get a player to strengthen their 11 in Raheem Sterling that is coming in as a squad option on a loan?
They should. I don't rate Sterling anymore like that. That's the issue.
So you don't even rate him higher than Reece Nelson?
Yeah, but is that the benchmark? Being better than Reece Nelson? I can't. Yeah, but
Sam, that's who we have on our bench though. Like right now, if we don't if you told me, like let's assume you're a Madrid fan, so I guess it's harder for you to kind of understand the way we look at it as Arsenal fans because your bench is different. You're like, if this guy is injured and this guy comes in,
you guys got Endrick and friggin' Tchouaméni on their bench.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, so for me, think about like if Reece Nelson is the guy we have on the bench, does Raheem Sterling have more experience, more game time? Does he know the league better? Because Reece Nelson has not played as much as Raheem has played, even though he's been on the team.
No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. Like the thing is, if I have to take it, if I'd say it this way, is he better than Reece Nelson? Yeah, of course. I'd say even if finished Sterling is better than him. But the issue for me is, I'm not even looking. I'm looking at who will elevate you to getting over the line. I don't think Sterling is that. I just don't think he's that.
If Sterling can contribute 10 goals and like 4 or 5 assists throughout the calendar season off the bench, that's better than what we have right now.
Yeah, but again, if this is the thing, but
that's the bare minimum for him.
Yeah, but the Sterling that I've seen at Chelsea doesn't look like the Sterling.
The whole Chelsea was terrible as a club and as a team. So this is the thing that everybody keeps saying.
Yeah, but to be fair, Palmer still performed in that shit.
I'd take Raheem Diaz at Arsenal. You selling Raheem Diaz?
No, he doesn't want to leave.
All right.
Do you want him to go?
Welcome, Vader.
You want him to go?
No, I don't want him to go. I love Brian.
Quickly, Vader, what do you think? 1 second, guys. Vader, what do you think about Raheem Sterling to Arsenal?
I don't want him to go to you guys.
Why?
I do not want Raheem Sterling, multiple Prem winner. I don't want his quality. I don't want his experience at your club. You guys are in need of a versatile winger that could probably play on both sides. You see how Martinelli's looking a little crappy right now. You got concerns whether Trossard can be good as a starter because he plays better as a sub. I do not want you guys helped with Raheem Sterling because of what he's done at my club. So I'm hoping this deal doesn't go through personally.
All right. All right. Vader being honest there, he's like, you know what? I don't want the deal to go through because he's going to help you win the league. The guys here are saying, you know what? Sterling might not be the answer. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, but you're not looking for him to be an answer. You're looking for addition, because when you have your starters, Martinelli getting back to form or Trossard, you want someone that could give coverage. You want someone that could maybe give assistance when Saka needs to get a rest, not necessarily the starting guy. And I don't want you guys to have that quality in backup at all. So
The way Martinelli is right now, he doesn't look like he's going to get back into form anytime soon. I'll be real.
Well, yeah,
All right.
I mean, yeah, it's football is football. We can't judge after 2 games and be like, it doesn't look like he's going to get back into form.
No, but I'm looking at last season as well. He was shit.
Just 1 second, guys. Do me a favor.
Yeah, last season, 3 injuries in and out. In between
1 second, guys.
Season, even though he played quite a number. Hold on, played quite a number. He only started 18 games. So if you look at the stats of what he started and when he was subbed in and how many minutes he actually did play on the injuries, for any player that's had back and forth injuries, we know how it is in football. So fair enough.
Let me just ask. We have 192 people in the chat. Do me a favor. This is a call of action. I need you guys to do me a massive favor. Please hit that like button. It's absolutely free. It helps the channel out massively. And you guys don't realize every single time you guys hit that like button on the video, it just pushes the channel out more, gets more subscribers, more people coming in, and you guys can do that by just pressing a single button. So why wouldn't you help me out by doing that? Do me that favor right now. But let's continue and give you guys this great content. Next, Nico Williams not happening, guys. Mikel Arteta has been trying to get Nico Williams, but the deadline day is tomorrow. But the finances involved make it difficult. Basically, Nico Williams does not want to leave. He's getting a decent pay package at Atletico Bilbao, and Barcelona is his wanted destination. He doesn't really want to leave Spain right now. He's been given the number 10 shirt at Bilbao, and he's going to be staying there. Even if Arsenal triggered the release clause, he does not want to leave. So it doesn't look like it's going to happen. That is the situation with Nico Williams.
My shock, a Basque region player doesn't want to leave. Not like I didn't tell people.
These guys are obsessed with staying in their home city.
Yeah, but
you can't blame them. Listen, a lot of them are developed from when they're young, and then they're given fat salaries, and you're living at home, literally. You gotta think about it. You're living your dream in your home with all that money. Like, what are you going to look for?
Yeah,
bro, the man just won the Euros. He promised his brother he's gonna stay, and he got the number 10 shirt. I get it, but I don't know about you guys. It is very difficult to get a player to agree to join another club when they want to join Barcelona or Real Madrid. It's just
I told man them as well. I did tell man them.
Why don't you?
It's the same with Superman.
Bro, if we trigger the release clause, the player still doesn't want to come.
It's the same with Zubamendi. They triggered the release clause. He said he didn't want to leave.
Hey, Sam, what do you do over at Real Madrid when they say that they don't want to come initially? What do you end up doing? What do you end up doing? When a player doesn't necessarily want to come the first time, what do you end up doing to make sure that they arrive?
The money doesn't even help. Liverpool.
The money doesn't help. It doesn't help these guys from the basket region. They won't leave.
Liverpool offered them much more money. He still said, "I'm not leaving."
Then you got to offer even more.
Like what?
That's not how this.
$500,000 a week.
But this is what I'm saying.
$500,000 a week?
No, but it's not even that. People don't understand how this Basque regions works. They don't understand how these places works. This is the issue. A lot of people think just throw the money. Everything ain't just about money. People need to start understanding that.
Yeah, no, fair. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is, what's going on with your Deo? That thing is loud. Whatever that is.
That wasn't me.
Whoever's phone that is, that's loud. Kingsley, Coman, and Raheem Sterling have been offered to Arsenal. Now, the thing about Kingsley Coman you guys need to know is Kingsley Coman not only was offered to Arsenal, Bayern Munich want to get rid of him this window pretty badly. And Arsenal is the only one of the Premier League clubs that is exploring a deal for Kingsley Coman. Now, he has a massive injury mark on his name. This is the guy who constantly is injured, who has not completed 30 games for Bayern Munich one season that he was at Bayern Munich. But Arsenal are looking at him as a potential option. At this point, if we're looking at Kingsley Coman, who's injury prone, wouldn't you rather go for Raheem Sterling over Kingsley Coman?
Look, like I said, for me, any player that I'm getting now, at this last minute, if I had to pick, it would be somebody who's prem proven, somebody who's played in the Premiership and who understands the Premiership and who understands the grounds and everything. We can't afford to have a player, regardless of how talented or how good you are, to come in and have the first 5, 6, 7, 8 games trying to figure out, the league, settling down, getting a place, getting used to the food, getting used to training. Like all of that these are things that players have to deal with.
But wouldn't you say Coman's a better player than Sterling?
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. You might be better, but you're going to need games to settle in. Igal, you're changing a whole country. You're moving the whole home. Because you're a player, you have money. You know what it feels to settle in a new place. It will take you a couple of weeks to get settled, first and foremost. It will take you a couple of weeks to settle into the game. It will take you a couple of weeks to get to know the players, to get to know the region, to get to know things that you need to know, things that you were doing already before. You know where your barber shop is, or you have somebody who comes to cut your hair. Now you don't have that person. You got to find a new person. You got to find a new set. And all of these things, these people are still human. The state we're at right now, Arsenal, we lost by 2 points last season. I'm saying it again. What we need is a player from the Premiership who understands the game, who already knows how this Premiership is used to the noise, has been to almost every ground that we're going to go to play, as a massive cover, or somebody who can push, either Bukayo Saka or Martinelli to be way better. Somebody who can play across the front three, like we did with Leandro Trossard when we brought him in. So, I would say that that's the kind of player that I'm looking for. I get it. There are other players in other leagues that are better, but we lost by 1 game last season. 1 game we would have won the league. What this idea that people say, a striker is the only reason why we lost, that's a lie. And I've said it many times. We scored 91 goals. City scored 95 goals, 4 goals short of City, right? Last season. And they kept on saying the striker is the issue. So for me, scoring was not the issue. The issue was the games that we should have won and we did not win. We should not have lost them. The Aston Villa game, we should have tied that game. So defensively, we messed up. 20 minutes to the end, we conceded 2 goals. So that's why I'm happy that we've shored up where we're strongest last season, which is our defense. And then let's just see what we do in attack. We just need someone that can cover. If Havertz ain't scoring, bring this person in, let them score.
1 second.
Bukayo Saka is tired, bring them in, let him play. Like that's the way I look at it this time around. Like this is where we're at.
All right. We're just gonna move past the Coman one, and I'm gonna ask you guys: do you guys really think there's any chance we get Ivan Toney? Because apparently Arsenal held talks with Ivan Toney's agents, and the Englishman could go for 50 million on the final day. But apparently, Ivan Toney could also end up at Saudi Arabia, as reports are going out around that Ivan Toney to Saudi is really possible also. So it's a situation where I don't know. Is he going to go to the highest bidder, or would he want to stay in England? Like it's a mad thing at this point. The transfer window is coming down to the wire, and it really seems like a little bit of the deadline is just coming too soon. We're not prepared. That's what it seems like to me.
I think 3 teams need Ivan Toney right now. 3 teams are going to be probably sniffing up him. That's Chelsea, United, Arsenal. So think about it. But if Chelsea don't get Osimhen, they're looking at Ivan Toney. That's what I'm trying. That's the next step. That's the next man.
Ivan Toney will join. Ivan Toney could join a Saudi team. They've agreed a 17 million a year pay package for him.
I really don't think he joins Saudi. I really don't think
Musa, that was the issue as well. Ivan Toney, I don't know how true it was, but I did read something a week or 2 ago where it was talking about him, his agents or something saying about his salary has to be in the 200 range. And this is a guy who's earning 20 to 30, 40 at Brentford. I'm not saying he's not a good striker. Don't get me wrong. I'm like, the price tag
is done. It's done. Ivan Toney's not coming. He's not staying in the Premier League. It's done. He's going to Al-Ahli.
No way. Nah. I don't know if I'm 100%. I don't know.
Bro, Greg Jacobs is really reliable.
Well, if it's done, it's done. I mean, yeah, he's on 20K a week at Brentford, and now he's on a 17 million. Look at that, like that price package. Like he's on a 17 million a year deal. Like, dude, from 20K.
Bro, that guy is going.
And at his age, Musa, at his age, most people don't realize this. The man is 28, going on 29, right? Or how old is Ivan Toney? He's right around that age.
I thought he'd still have 1 more World Cup in him. I thought he'd still have 1 more World Cup.
It doesn't matter though. At this point,
this is the report. The
Look, see.
report says Raheem Sterling offered to Arsenal. Sancho is going to. They're trying to get the Sancho deal to Man United, and Ivan Toney is headed to Saudi. So they're not going to sign Victor Osimhen or Ivan Toney. Chelsea's final deal could be Jadon Sancho.
Well,
I
we'll see.
don't know. I don't know if 100% believe the Sancho United stuff. We'll find out at the end of it. But I honestly don't 100% buy into the fact that Chelsea are going to get Sancho and United are going to get Sterling.
Musa,
I
think
don't
about this.
buy
Right?
into it. I don't buy it. I don't
Think
buy
about
it,
this.
man.
Think about this Ivan Toney thing,
If
right?
it happens, it's a stinker. That's such a bad transfer for United.
It's going to be a madness. But Sam's got to go soon. But before Sam goes, I want to drop this conversation. Yo, Sam, did you hear about Rodri to from Man City to Real Madrid in the summer?
Yeah, and I also saw when my reporters came out and said we're not
Do
going
you
after
believe
him.
this?
No, and I don't want him. I've got Chouameni. Go and give me a go.
I
Get
don't
me-
want him. It's crazy.
No,
That's
I've
the
got
best team in
Chouameni.
the world.
I've got
You don't
Chouameni.
want
That's the best team in the
Rodri?
world.
No, I've got
That's the best-
Chouameni. That's good enough. I'm calm with that. Get me
Are
a
you
centre
sure
best
that's
back.
not
DM in the
pride or
world.
something? What is that? Is
No,
that
no,
arrogance?
I'm being
How can you
serious.
say I don't want the best team in the world?
Why?
That's the best DM in the world. How can you say I don't want?
Because I've got the second.
best?
Because I've got the second best team in the world, and I don't need
That's
a
the
DM.
dumbest. Oh, that's like saying I got the second best
Musa,
striker in the world. Why would you not want the best?
Musa, I don't
no.
need that. I don't need him. I don't need him. Get me a centre back. Get me a backup driver because Carvalho's time is soon coming to an end. And go and get me because Kylian Mbappé is performing like a disgrace. And if he keeps performing like this, go and get me a striker because clearly it's not going to work.
It's been 2 games.
It's literally been 2
No,
years.
but
Four.
you have to Musa.
Four.
Musa, but Musa, you have to
No way.
understand. Musa, you have to understand what a club really, really needs. Just because he's the best in the world does not mean that you have to go get him. If your team is more solid, look, there's certain positions that you might not need the best person in the world. Try this out. Take all the best players in the world in every position and put them in one team and see how successful that team will become. There will be a lot of clashing of heads.
We knew.
By the
Mbappe
way,
is
this
not
came
high.
from
We
Duncan
knew
Castle.
this. Yeah,
Duncan
this guy
Castle
actually
is
a little
really
bit
reliable.
I like. But I'm saying,
But he also
Mbappe's
says,
not a 9.
Got-
Mbappe's not a 9.
one second,
We
can
knew
we
Mbappe's
read
not
the
a
second part of the tweet? He also said Man City are trying to extend the contract with Rodri also. So
This is
Bader,
it.
you don't have to panic.
No, there was no panic, and I get what Sam's doing. He's trying to say nice and relaxed and calm and saying I don't want him. He knows, you know why he's saying he doesn't want him is because he knows he's not going to get him. So why say that I want Rodri? Why say that I want him
because
to
I've
come
got
to my club
Chouameni.
when
It's
he
not priority
knows
position.
there's no chance of Rodri going over there. So he doesn't want to get burned again with Haaland. All right, he had to wait an extra couple of years for Mbappe. He's like, yo, let me just chill. Rodri, nah.
Hey, guess what? I
And he's
didn't
right.
get
Rodri's
Haaland.
not coming.
Guess what? I didn't get him, and I still won as many Champions Leagues as you lot in that time period. Just saying.
Didn't you
Just
win
saying.
more?
Oh yeah, in fact, I did win more. He's right. Big up, big out. All that.
God, gee.
He didn't.
I don't know.
win.
Competing
You
with
got-
you
you
on
got-
TV.
We
One
won.
second. I'm not gonna lie. That's an L. You have how many Champions Leagues? You're shoving your Champions Leagues in front of Man City's face. Like,
Yeah,
No.
Because
Sam
when I
always diverts.
No, do you know
Sam
why?
always
Do you know why?
diverts.
Do you know why I do
You
this?
notice?
No, but I
That's
do
what
this
he
for a
goes to.
reason. No, but I do this for a reason because they want to act like they're my rivals and all that. Lot. They're not, man. They're not even the
Are they
biggest club in
not?
Manchester. No,
They're
they're
not.
not.
They're not
My
Madrid's
rival.
rivals. Come
They've
on.
got one Champions
no,
League.
I know they're not Madrid's
be our
rivals,
rival.
but
Listen,
right now the best
should have
team.
rivals. Who would Sam say is his rival? Honestly, he's not going to claim anybody to be his
Barca.
rival. So
Barca
for him,
and Atletico. That's my rivals.
okay, that's your domestic rivals. But when it comes down to Champions League, you can say who your rivals are or aren't. But the point
Because
is, whenever
I
we
thought-
get
I
on
thought
stream together,
Liverpool
and he's
would be
going to
more
interrupt me
rival,
because he
yeah.
won't let me finish this point. But
I
whenever we
did
get
say
on stream
Liverpool.
together and we're speaking, the
Let's
one
say
thing
that-
that
let's say a
Sam
rival.
always
Let's
does
say a
really
rivalry,
quick,
man. You'll be
the one thing that
ass.
Sam does always real quick is talk about UCL.
You said which one are your rivals, and I answered your question. I said Liverpool. If it comes to Europe,
Nah. I'm be real on it. It's not a rivalry. It ain't a rivalry, bro. In club's era, it's like isn't there like 6-1 or something like that?
No. But Musa, do you know what he means by
No, but
his
you're
rival? Do you know
missing
what
my
he means
point.
by his rival, though, Musa? If you
Yeah,
look at
we're
the
talking
club,
Champions
hold on,
Leagues. We're
yeah,
talking
champion.
Champions
Hold on.
Leagues.
If you look at the club in England that has the most Champions League and the club in Spain that
Yes.
has the most Champions League, they're looking at themselves as rivals because
Thank
if
you.
Liverpool keeps
Thank you.
winning, Liverpool can catch up to that amount of. So it's
But-
not
but I
about.
hear-
Listen, hold on.
I
think
hear
this is the
It's
perfect
It's not about
time to segue.
Musa. It's not about performance in recent times. Oh, 1 in 6 years. That's not what it's about. The totality of the Champions League, their experience as two teams, is what the rivalry is. Who has more? So teams that have more would be their rival.
Look at Veda's point. Look at Veda's point. Veda's point is that who's the main guys that's gonna win the Champions League? It's gonna be City or Real Madrid. That's the two. That's the two.
Oh, we
that's
ain't,
what I'm
oh, we
trying to
ain't
say.
winning shit.
That's
We
the
ain't gonna
two.
win. We ain't
That's-
gonna win shit.
No, but that's
if we keep
projected because you
playing
guys
like
got
this.
Mbappe, Vinny,
Nah,
and
Sam,
all
you're
these
too
guys'
negative.
talent.
No, I don't care.
Come on.
Fuck it. No,
You guys
fuck
got
you.
all these
No, I
players.
don't
You
care.
got all these players. If you
Listen,
don't win
listen.
it, it's a
Sam
disgrace.
is gonna tell you
Musa,
fuck
It's a
Kylian
disgrace.
Mbappe.
If you
Musa,
don't win
Musa.
it, it's a disgrace.
Musa,
Sorry.
I don't care.
We
Fuck
got
it.
into PSG the
Fuck
same
it.
way. We got into
What?
Nah,
What?
fuck
What?
we got
Kylian
into
What?
Mbappe.
PSG for
Fuck
we got
Kylian
into
Mbappe.
PSG for Messi, Mbappe,
No,
and
Sam,
Neymar.
relax.
You think we're not getting
No,
into
I
Real
don't
Madrid?
care. I don't care.
We're
Fuck
cooking Real
Kylian
Madrid if we don't win
Mbappe.
it.
He's a scumbag. Absolute scumbag.
Kylian
He's just-
Mbappe is a scumbag. Why?
Yeah, he's a scumbag. He's come in. He's ruined this whole thing. The guy can't even score
What?
against fucking Las Palmas, bro.
Oh my god. We
This
all
sucks.
told you him going there wasn't going to be good. We told you, and you had the opposite to say. You had the
My
opposite
broski,
to
I
say.
just said it. No, because I told you if you gave me a choice between Mbappe and Haaland, I would have picked Haaland. I
So
literally
are you
said
saying are you saying Mbappe has ruined the chemistry at
he has
Real
4
Madrid?
more games to prove me wrong. If he keeps performing like this, drop him. Drop him and go back to the diamond. Don't give a shit. And he can sit there and he can cry as much as he wants. Dickhead.
Wow.
honestly.
Life as a Real Madrid fan.
No,
Yeah.
but it's not about how good you are as a player. It's about how the team performs, and this is where everybody keeps on talking about this whole Kylian Mbappe, this or this particular player. That look, how does the team perform with you in it? Regardless, that's what makes the difference. How do you play a whole game? You played 90 minutes, or how many? He played 89 minutes, 85 minutes, or whatever it is that he played. No shots on target. Endrick comes in, plays 5 minutes, 1 shot on target, goal.
No, but
Like-
we said the
And he's
same
played-
thing
and
about
he's-
Haaland. People at some point said Haaland's ruining City, or Haaland City are better without Haaland, better with Julian Alvarez. Remember that rhetoric? I was even
Yes.
saying that at one point.
Yeah, of
But
course you were.
it-
But
it
Haaland was
was
scoring
BS.
goals at that point.
He
Haaland
was
scoring
actually
goals.
performing. This guy ain't even performing. That's
Haaland
the
was-
issue.
Haaland
He just
Bro,
wasn't
it's
performing.
only
Haaland
like
wasn't
1 or
performing.
2
He's just scoring
games. You need
goals.
to
That's the whole
chill.
point. Mbappe's not even performing and scoring goals. That's the whole point.
No,
Like,
exactly.
performances, the performances in it are judged by all round. Like Haaland's all round performance isn't great, but
Yes,
the
it
goals,
is.
are, the goals
Stop
are
this.
the goals are
Stop
there.
this.
The goals are
No,
so
no, you're not doing
I
this.
think
You're
it's
not
too
doing this.
early.
I'm doing this.
Haaland
I'm doing
scored a
this.
hat trick his second game, I
He
think.
gets like 10 touches a game and he scored. I fair enough. He scores the goals. I'm saying he scores the goals, but he gets barely any touches in the game. That's the whole point.
Yo,
The whole point is
this
all
guy
around
in the chat,
performances.
you need
It
to
doesn't
chill
mean
out.
that he's not having a good game.
Yeah,
This is
they're
what I'm
threatening each
No,
other.
no, Vader. He's not saying he's not having a good game. He's saying
That's exactly what he
listen,
said.
No,
He said his
Vader.
performances
No,
were
he
good, but
can
he's
have a
scoring
bad
goals.
game and still
Vader,
score. He can have a bad game and still
Vader,
score.
talking
Mbappe's
about
not having
we're
that
even
right
talking
now.
about the touches as well. The person who has the least touches in your team, Man City, usually is Haaland. Go look at
Yeah,
all
by
stats.
design.
Yeah,
By design.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, by design. So it's not a bad thing. Nobody's saying
No,
Haaland-
it's a bad thing when he's critiquing, saying he's not
no.
having a good game.
That's not listen, that's not the fact that he's not having a good game and he still scores because he's doing what he's there to do, which is score the goals, is good.
He's not
Like,
even a good
he may have-
footballer. He's
he
just a
may-
great
he might
player.
have a
Kyle,
terrible
take
game.
away the bad game part. That's where I'm, and we can move on to this point. But the fact that many want to count the number of touches and saying, "Oh, he has this many touches, he's not having a good game," that's the wrong way to
These
look at it.
sexuals must prefer Jesus.
No, nobody's talking about how good his touch. See, you're missing the point. I'm saying by design, your team is designed for him to have less touches because he only needs 1 or 2 to score. That's what he's in the team for.
Yeah,
Yes, he's-
positional play.
Yeah, positional. So yes, he's good with hold of play. He's good with 1-2, and he moves. And once he's in position and they give him the ball, all he needs is 1 or 2 touches. He's going to score. That's the way the team is designed around him. Sadly, that's what it is. It's not a bad thing. I don't call that criticism. I call that an observation.
No, but when
of
people
what it
want to
is.
say he's having a bad game because of the lack of touches that he's having, but knowing that within the squad
No,
he's
that's
has to be
that's the way
positional.
that's the way the squad
That's
is.
why. That's why
Yeah,
I
that's
come
the
up.
way the squad is designed.
All
It's
right,
not
guys.
about
Sam is gonna have to go, so we're gonna have to talk about the Champions League group stages quickly, as and just go through the games. And one thing I want to point out is, do you see that matchup? The first away game, Musa. You see that?
Bro. I'm me at home, Real Madrid. I've experienced a bad game. I've had my bad game.
We're gonna lose.
I'm not having that again.
We're gonna lose.
I'm not
We're
having
gonna
that
lose.
again.
Nah, that's
promise
enough.
Oh,
you,
listen to this
we're not
Sam
having
guy.
that.
We're gonna lose.
gonna-
What is?
No,
Wait, hold on.
Sam is the league gunner of Real Madrid fans.
If we keep playing like this, we're gonna lose that game. I'm sorry, mate,
Bro,
but-
with me, it's like we don't. Last time we didn't even have a midfield, and we were up. What was it, 2-0, and then they completely slapped us after that. This
I
time,
can't lie, we
we're
were shit
back.
that season as well.
No,
Yeah,
but Sam,
well,
are you happy with your draw though, or your fixtures, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah.
I
Sam,
mean, it doesn't matter what I get. I still expect to be amongst the top 8, whoever I get.
But
yeah.
I think you got a relatively easy draw. Besides Liverpool, AC Milan, you should beat. Dortmund, you should beat. Atlanta, you should beat.
we should beat all of them. We should beat every single one
Dortmund
of them.
Out of
finalist in the
24
Champions
points,
League. Let's respect
Out
that.
of 24
No,
points, how many points do you expect?
I'm not respecting that. That
He
club
just
just
beat
sells
them
their
in
own
the
players for
final. They
fun.
just beat
We
them in
should
the final.
slap all these teams up.
One
apart from
second.
Liverpool, but we should
Out
still
of
beat them.
25 points, out of 24 points, you expect 24.
Yeah, I do. 24 out of 24 straight away.
Even with the way Mbappe's playing.
Don't care. You bought Mbappe. You better fix it. If you're telling me that you bought him in and you changed the whole thing that was working to something that doesn't work, then I'm gonna have an issue with the board.
Sam, you wanted
Fucking hell.
Mbappe. Why are you acting like the club wanted something you didn't want?
Broski,
You wanted Mbappe. You're
Broski,
talking like you
listen,
didn't want this transfer.
there is one thing of wanting him, but I also recognize that things was going to change. But I also told you if you gave me a choice between him or Erling Haaland.
Yeah,
I
but
was-
that ship sailed a long time ago.
No. But hold on, 2 seconds. I also was very specifically clear. If you bring in Kylian Mbappé, guess what? You better make this work. Because if this doesn't work and ends up being the Galacticos 2.0,
Sam,
then I'm gonna have a whole issue with the board.
Yo,
on
people in
another
the
level.
chat, let me know. Is Sam going too far? Because I don't think these takes are so reactionary, bro.
yes.
No, they're not.
I think
They're not.
it's
Yeah,
trauma.
but I think
it's trauma, though.
Trauma.
I think
What
it's not
trauma
trauma.
does
No,
Sam
no,
have?
no, no,
Bro, but
no. I think listen. Listen, Musa. I think the issue is this. Sam recognizes that last season there was a style that Real Madrid played that worked for them. Bringing in Kylian Mbappe and then saying, "Oh, we're going to change our entire style to suit Kylian Mbappe," and now it's not working. Is what's pissing him off. He's like, keep the style and get Kylian Mbappe as good as he
That's
is
all I wanted.
to
Yeah,
fit
that's
into
all I
that
wanted.
style. That's what I understand from what he's saying.
I did
No.
make it clear. You can't just win the league or the Champions League. If you only win one of them, disgraceful season straight away. Straight away,
Okay,
it's a
okay, so
disgrace.
Wallahi, this guy.
Yeah,
I
this
wish.
is. Let me address this,
Minimum the
please,
double.
Gal, because I know
Minimum has
Sam's
to
got to
be
go.
Yes,
So
I
let me
agree,
say
I
this
agree.
before this guy has to go. This guy complained about last season only winning one trophy, right? That style of play that they had was not.
I didn't win
sustainable.
one trophy.
They
I
won 2
three.
trophies last season.
I won three.
Oh yeah, they won Champions
You
League.
did a treble?
They won the
No.
Champions League. They won
Not a
the
triple.
The league
league.
and
They
the,
won the
and, the
league.
and the Spanish Super Cup.
Bro,
And the Spanish
don't
Super
count
Cup.
the Spanish Super Cup. The
No,
Spanish
but hold on.
Community
Okay, fine.
Shield.
Okay, fine. They
Fuck the
okay,
Spanish
fine.
Community
It's
Shield.
not.
Igal,
It's not.
Igal, they won 2 trophies last season, and then
They
you
won
bring
the
in
league and
Kylian.
It's the
Champions
Hold
Spanish
on.
Community Shield.
Hold on,
It's
Igal,
not.
they
No.
won the Champions League and they won the Spanish League. Okay, forget the Community Shield one. Let's say they won those 2. Now you bring Kylian Mbappe. What should the next level be? Should it not be a treble? Anything
For
less
me,
than that is a
for
failure.
me,
No.
should be a treble or a
Anything less
quad.
than that
doesn't
is
work
a
I've
that
made
failure.
it clear.
Guys,
For
you
me,
guys
it
are
should be a treble or a
gaslighting
quad.
It's
Yeah.
not. No, think about
No,
it.
bro,
Football doesn't
I
work
agree.
that way.
You can't.
Atletico Madrid just got Julian Alvarez. They've gotten better, right?
You
So you
can't
can have other
expect-
clubs
I
around
don't
them.
give a shit
Hold
what
on.
you're better than
Let
them.
me ask you a
You're better
question.
than them.
Let me ask you a question, then.
You cannot
Let me ask-
expect Real Madrid to win the Champions League every year.
They've
That's
never
not the
won in
point,
trouble in their whole
No,
existence. Why are you going to
listen,
expect them to win
One
it
second.
now?
No,
with
no,
Mbappe
This is
coming
add
out?
Mbappe to a Champions League winning team. Let's
Wait,
Only
wait,
certain
you
clubs
saying?
can win trebles, man. You
Wait,
got to relax.
wait,
Champions League.
stop. Hold on. Let me just deal with this. You know, I've seen my club win 3 Champions Leagues on the spin, Nico. You do realize that? So I can't
Yes.
demand my club defending my Champions League title because I got in the best player in the world.
Why are
we
you
doing
doing
here,
that,
bro?
Sam? You said it. He was the best player in the world.
No, I didn't. I've said he's not the best. I said that's Vinny. I've said it for time. So
You know, you
I've
said
never said that.
he was having a better season last year.
no, I said
No.
Vinny is better than Kylian Mbappe. That's what I've been saying for time.
My, okay.
So,
People-
I'm
people who
I'm
listen to me on
confused.
Facebook will know this as well.
Wait. I'm confused. They won the Champions League last season.
Yes.
And now they just
And
added
the league. And the league.
Mbappe and the league, and they just added Mbappe now.
Yeah.
Who's Mbappe? Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Right.
And you're saying they shouldn't be in a better position and they shouldn't win the
No,
Champions
because
League.
who
and
did
the
they
league.
lose this summer?
What do you
Yo.
mean? Who did they lose?
What are you
It's
talking
It's
about?
not. It's not like they're the same team from last year. You
Guys,
lost.
breaking news. 1 second. Let me stop everything right now. Arsenal.
Sorry, this
have
guy.
changed-
This
Tony Kroos.
you got
Is it
2
Tony
seconds.
Kroos is the-
This skills guy. This guy's a glory hunter, fella.
What
I
the
was here
fuck?
all fucking 7, bruv. Yeah, what are you chatting about, you donkey?
Yo, 1 second, 1 second. Deo,
Ken.
what the hell happened? We're not going for Joao Garcia anymore. Arsenal is in advanced talks with Neto, former Barcelona keeper, current Bournemouth keeper, to replace Aaron Ramsdale.
What source is that?
The source is it's Peter O.
Look, Igal, I don't. All this different. See, you're just gonna have high blood pressure if you keep going through Twitter and just looking at every
Yeah, your
single.
emotions, you got. I don't know how
Yeah,
you
you're
deal
gonna
with
give
it.
yourself high blood pressure. Look, let the window finish and let's see what Arsenal has done and what they've not done. That's what I'm waiting for. At this point, it's 24 more hours. There's no point in me chasing down every news that is there. This does not mean anything. This could have simply been one agent who spoke to Arsenal and said, "Oh, what do you guys think about Neto?" And all of a sudden, the story
We
is
did
out.
want Neto before we signed Ramsdale. Just saying.
I know, but then hey, we signed Ramsdale, and after that, we didn't go for Ramsdale. Guess who we went for? We went for Raya in between the season. So there's a big difference. We could have gone for Neto instead of Raya. We didn't. So I mean,
Fair enough.
high blood pressure, man. I ain't trying to give it. I'm not saying Neto is not a good backup or Neto is
High
not a
blood
good player.
pressure.
I'm just
I
saying.
know.
I'm just
I
saying,
know.
like I'm not even following any of these super crazy. Like every other person.
The
tweeted me,
Garcia
I just-
deal fell off.
Yeah, it fell off. Great. Then let's go get somebody, whoever we need to get. Until the window closes, I don't care. I'm just going to sit here and wait.
You know what? On the low ski, I'm happy the Garcia deal fell off because I don't think you should be paying more than Ramsdale for the backup for Ramsdale. Like, why are we paying 30 million euros for Ramsdale's backup when we didn't even get 30 million for Ramsdale? It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, next we got the next Champions League group. You got before Vader goes. Everyone always says City has an easy group. Do you guys think City have an easy league phase?
Yeah, they do. Again.
I think Arsenal has the easier league phase.
We'll talk
I'm
about
just saying,
Arsenal. in a
I
second.
looked at Arsenal's league one,
Musa,
and I was
Musa,
thinking
we're talking
Arsenal's
about
the easier
Musa.
one.
We're talking about
We're
City.
talking
here. We
about
haven't even
City.
gone to
We're going to
Arsenal.
talk about Arsenal
All
in a
of a
bit.
sudden, you're going to Arsenal.
I
Let's
personally
finish
think
City.
City have a decent thing. It's not bad,
I think it's decent.
and it's not easy either.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. Look at you got Inter, you got Juventus.
Oh,
Those.
I didn't say Inter, to be fair. I didn't see that.
They got
yeah.
Inter,
You
Juventus,
got Inter, you
PSG.
got Juventus,
That's
PSG.
decent.
No disrespect to Sporting as well. Don't disrespect Sporting.
Yeah, don't
So-
disrespect
Yeah, they
Feyenoord
beat
as well.
us.
Thank you. So no, it's a decent group or draw. The home games, I like
You'll be
what
shocked.
we have as home
A
games.
lot of these teams here.
I like what we have as home games because I'd rather not go to Bruges. I'd rather not go to Inter as well. So I'm glad that those are home games. Now
Right.
the PSG, the Juventus, the Sporting game. Yeah, it's gonna be a tight one. I want to see where things line up with the EPL fixture. That is going to be.
You're gonna play. You're gonna play them in that order. So you're gonna
Yeah,
play
yeah.
Inter first, then PSG, then Bruges,
Yeah.
then Juventus.
No,
So
I
by
know.
the
That's how it
time-
works.
So that's how it works.
Yeah,
I
home
think that's
away,
how-
home away. I think that's the goal
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
home
That's
Home
how
away,
it's set up.
home away, home
What
away.
I want to see is who am I facing on the bookends of these games in the league, right? Because
yeah.
this is when we're looking at the rotation, how Pep's going to decide on players, and whether it's going to be an important game where we're facing an Arsenal or United or Liverpool, right? Or
Which
Spurs.
is why the
This is
squad will be more important than ever.
that's
Yeah,
where
so
it's going to
the
be
ga- so
balance is
the-
going to be key.
So the
Yeah,
scheduling,
very key.
the scheduling will come out on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be looking at that.
Wait, what did you say?
Scheduling,
The
for
scheduling,
the
fixture
Champions
list.
League.
actual
Yeah, the
dates,
fixtures, time and dates.
the fixture
Fair enough.
scheduling will come out on Saturday.
Fair enough.
All
Hey,
right,
Gal,
people, do
hey,
me a
Gal,
favor.
I got
Please do
you.
hit the like button.
Yeah, get out of
And
here,
this-
Sam. Get out of here.
Sam, you gotta
Right,
go.
Sam.
Sam, you're
Yeah,
Debbie
I-
Downer today, man. Don't
Yeah,
stress
'cause-
yourself.
His
The
team is
team is
losing,
losing.
man.
Have a
They're
good
losing.
one, man. Have a good one.
All right,
No
take care,
wonder
man.
he's angry and emotional right now. His team's losing.
He said his team's
Um,
losing.
Yeah, they're losing. I think Bayern have a tough one also. PSG, Barcelona. Nah, you know what? Aston Villa, Feyenoord. This is decent.
Yeah,
This
not
yeah.
bad.
is the PSG. Yeah, PSG have it
Yeah,
the worst. PSG have it the worst. Man City,
They might go
Bayern,
Europa.
Atletico
They might
Madrid,
go Europa.
Arsenal. You
Damn.
couldn't have gotten a worse 4 teams.
They might go
Damn.
Europa.
Man City,
Yeah. PSG's got it the worst.
Bayern, Atletico, Arsenal, then PSV.
Those 4 games.
If it's
we
back to
gotta
back,
make sure this is the order, because if it is like this, home City, away Bayern, home Atletico, away
Yeah, they're
Arsenal,
done.
that's madness.
we're done.
They could lose all of them.
That's madness. Yeah.
And also,
yeah,
don't
they can't do
forget,
that. They can't. Do
don't forget, Genoa and PSV are really good sides too.
Girona, yeah. Girona's
No,
decent.
no,
Yeah,
Girona is going to
Football City Group. Yeah. Football
Girona is
City
going
Group. We know about
to
Girona.
Girona is going to suffer this season. They've sold quite a bit of players from last season. The team that was balling last season is not the exact team they have right now. Some of them,
Girona
Yeah.
just scored 4 goals.
Liverpool,
They scored 4
PSG,
goals
and
today.
I know.
Arsenal.
I'm just saying that. So hear me out, Vader. I'm not saying that they're not a good team. I'm saying like when your team is solid and you lose some important pieces, you need to find a way to just rejig yourself and of course reblend. When we lost Granit Xhaka, we saw the fall off for us. Like if you lose Rodri, you'll see a fall off in City. That's something like if a key player leaves. So some
As
of the
you
key
should,
players that
if you
Girona
lose
like,
a
I know the
Ballon d'Or
importance of Rodri, future Ballon d'Or winner, Dale. You don't have to point that out.
Candidate,
But this is the thing. No.
I don't
He
have
should
to
be the
point
winner.
nothing
All
else.
of you should be voting for him to win it if you're
No.
going to do what's
City
right for
fans should have
football.
voted for him for Player of the Season. I don't want to hear it.
We did. What do you mean?
No, you
No, you
didn't.
didn't.
You voted for Foden.
No, we voted for. Well, there was a split within the camp.
How
Some
can
Rodri,
you?
some
How
Foden,
can you be the Ballon d'Or candidate when you're not even the best player in your league?
because of what he did outside of the league as well. That's why
Oh,
he won Euros. Yeah, fix your face, he got. But the point I was trying to make before Sam
what
left.
about when he? 1 second. What about when he won the treble and you guys said Erling Haaland should be the candidate for City?
That's a
don't
year
wanna
ago.
hear
We're
it,
not
bro.
talking about a year ago. We're talking about this
I don't
year.
want to hear
This
it.
season.
If you guys,
Yeah, you don't want to hear it, but this season he's been the Ballon d'Or man.
VR better
But
during the season.
Vader, if your people are not voting for him, why should I go and vote for him? What do you mean?
Yeah.
When City
He
fans
didn't
are
even
splitting
get-
their votes
he
for
didn't even get
player of
Because
the
you're a
Player of the year.
Foden hater, so you should be voting for Rodri.
No, I'm
No,
not
no,
a
no,
Foden.
no.
I'm not a Foden hater.
Yes,
I'm
you
just
are,
saying
Dale.
like
Don't do
no.
that. Yes,
I'm
you
just
are.
saying.
I'm saying
Yeah,
I don't hate
didn't
Foden.
get-
I
If he didn't
don't
get
hate
Premier
Foden.
League Player of the Year, if he didn't get PFA Player of the Year, how the hell is he going to get the Ballon d'Or?
Because
It
the
don't make
Ballon
sense.
d'Or is the entire season of football, not just the English league. And Rodri had an amazing international season. That's why.
But
Nah,
that's
Come
what I'm
on
saying
now.
though. But listen, but that's
you
what I'm saying
guys,
though.
you
Listen,
guys
Vader,
didn't push your right agendas. Now you're
Yes,
going to
we-
suffer.
No,
Vader,
you guys
Vader.
see it. Yes, Dale.
Vader,
What's-
here's what I'm saying. I hear you right on that. I hear that he's had a great season and he's won the Euros. He's a candidate for the Ballon d'Or. Yes, but my point is, you guys, the Man City fan base did him an injustice when they voted like Foden, the player of the awards,
No.
player of the year award as well, which would have been part of what would have actually uplifted his ratings with the Ballon. It's like, oh, you know what, this guy won player of the year award already at the Premier League.
No, you guys are being too.
You know what's going to
No,
happen?
I'm just saying, it does help.
What
Does
if
it
it's
help?
fractions?
he's
What if
gonna-
Foden
help, yes
won
or
it by
no?
5 votes? What if
Yeah,
Foden
but
won it by 5 votes?
It still don't matter though. But I'm saying the
Yes, it
title
does matter because then
but
it's international.
Vader.
Does that title
Vader,
help? Yes or no?
You guys,
Do you think it
you
helps?
guys did it again.
Do you
You
think
guys
it
did
helps?
it last year with Haaland. If you would have put forward Rodri, he would have had a better chance of winning the Ballon d'Or.
No,
This
no one was
season
winning
again-
Ballon d'Or to
this season
Messi.
again-
Stop this.
this season
Stop
again-
it, Gal.
This season again, you've done it again, and you put forward
So who's
Foden.
winning it? So who's winning it?
Foden's not, because Foden has won Player of the Year, and because Foden was pushed as the best player in the Premier League. Based on that, they're going to look at Rodri. They're going to say, "You didn't win the Champions League. You won the league, but you didn't
You won
get
a
voted.
4-peat league. You won the
didn't even get
4-peat league.
voted. You didn't even
Yeah,
get
but that's
voted
in
the
England,
best.
He
just like
did
you
get
said.
voted.
One
He
second,
missed
one
out on
second.
both by a
One
few.
second.
This what
You
kind
got
of
voted the best
shit?
player in the Euros, but you didn't even win. You didn't even play in the final after halftime. And in the league, you're not even considered the best player in your team. So based on those two things, he might have some black marks. Where you look at Real Madrid, I think Vinny, he has a case to say, you know what, he was one of the best players in the Champions League, and he was one of the best players in the league. And
Who got player of the league over there? I don't even know.
Jude Bellingham.
Okay, so you just screwed your own point. So if Jude got it,
Bellingham could get it too.
Jude could get what? Ballon d'Or.
Jude could qualify. But Jude lost points because
You
of
just
his
screwed
Euros.
yourself when you mentioned Jude winning player of the league, right? And you're trying to promote Vinny over Rodri. So my point is,
Who won the Player of the Champions League last year?
Vinny.
Who won the Champions League last year?
Real Madrid.
Vinny.
Who won Euros?
Who won? Who won?
Who won a four-peat?
Hold on.
Who did not lose a game?
Who
See,
won?
we can do this all day.
No.
We
We're
can do
talking,
this
sorry,
all day.
bro.
We're talking individual players here now. We're talking you can't say who won a 4-peat like as if it was only
No.
like
Who's
hold on, individual
But
accolades. Vader, individual accolades.
One second.
Right? Individual.
We're talking too much. Muste, who's gonna win the Ballon d'Or? Vinny or Rodri?
This is not a great, because Vinny also did too well in the Copa America. Sorry, Rodri did win the Euros. Rodri did get the Pope. I think Rodri might edge it.
Rodri did not
think
lose a
Rodri might
game
edge
in the
It's-
calendar
it's-
year, guys.
Here's
Come
the thing.
on.
Here's the thing.
Okay, guys.
Can I say something?
Mike,
Cut
what I'm
Deo
gonna do
off because
is
he's about to get
I'm gonna
long-winded.
make a
We'll
poll.
move on. We'll move
I'm
on.
gonna make a poll for the
Okay.
chat so we can try to move on. But
Did
before we
Rodri
do
get
that,
player of the tournament in the Euros as well?
before we do anything else, I'm just gonna tell you guys the poll has 55% have said they want Coman over Sterling. So my brother, you lost that vote. You lost that the Raheem Sterling one. As
I
for
didn't lose
now,
nothing. I know what I know what I prefer. I didn't lose nothing, man. Everybody who's saying
so Rodri or Vinny, I need everyone to vote right now. The new poll question is Rodri or Vinny, who will win the Ballon d'Or in 2024? So,
Hey, all
so
these
yeah,
guys
the
should be voting Rodri.
2024 Ballon d'Or. Let's continue. As we the next team
So
we need to
we
talk
said
about is
PSG.
Liverpool's
Right now,
fixtures.
PSG has the worst draw.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
Liverpool's fixtures are not good either. They face
Yeah.
Real Madrid, Leipzig, Leverkusen, AC Milan. Then they go face Lille, PSV, Bologna, and Girona. Based on difficulty across from 1 to
That's not
8,
that bad. That's not that
that
bad.
is pretty bad.
no,
Why?
man. No.
My thing is
No, it's not. This is
we
not too
always
bad.
get these kind
Their
of draws.
two worst games are at home.
Yeah.
I agree on it. But listen,
Leverkusen and Madrid are their two worst games.
Yeah.
you know, we always have these kind of groups and these kind of draws where it's like it's not the toughest. I don't think it's the toughest sometimes, but it's not the easiest. Let's be
No,
real.
but
It's
I'm
not
looking
easy.
at the
It's not easy.
bottom teams.
It's
I think
not
they're
easy.
decent.
Yeah, I'm looking at our away fixtures. It's not as tough.
I like that
But
Girona.
our home fixtures could cause to be an issue. Like Real Madrid, Leverkusen are two of the same coin, like two sides of the same coin.
You lose at
You
home
know,
those games.
last minute they're coming out clutch somehow. Like, you know what I mean? These lot are two sides of the same coin.
It
So
is
I'm looking at
Anfield.
that.
It is
I'm looking
Anfield. Believe. You will not walk alone. Don't worry. Believe.
yeah, but it's
you will not
like,
walk
but
alone.
I'm
You
thinking.
can't believe anymore. He's gone.
I'm also thinking like logically here as well. Like look at our home fixtures here, but our away fixtures are fine. We should be getting enough points there. So I'm pretty much fine with going to the quarterfinals. We go straight to the quarterfinals. If you get into like the top 8, I think we go into the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals make sense. I mean, you should be part of the top 8. Even if you had to do the playoffs, you'd still expect Liverpool to be one of the better teams in whatever the playoffs happen to be. So yeah, they're advancing in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
But
Inter got some tough
the
games.
fact that you got those home games versus Real and Leverkusen, that actually plays well.
Even if you lose those home games and we win all the other games, it's still like were through.
To be fair, Liverpool should get out. You should be.
We're gonna get out. We're gonna get into the quarterfinals, guaranteed. I think for me.
Let's see what happens with Arsenal's thing. Where's Arsenal's? Here it is. So Arsenal is playing Paris Saint-Germain, Inter. Then we're playing Shakhtar and Atlanta, Dynamo Zagreb, and what do you call it? Sporting. Then Monaco.
Look at this group. Are you watching this group? This group is
Nah, this is low key dangerous,
tough, bro. This is not tough. I'm sorry. If I had this group, I would be screaming from the rooftops. I'd be so happy.
Musa,
No, you wouldn't.
No. Listen.
No, Musa, don't do that. Atalanta.
Musa, that's all I need to say to you. Atalanta. That's all I need to say to you, Musa.
I can't believe it.
Be quiet, my friend. The same Atlanta that you could not beat last season. What are you talking about? You're gonna sit here now, Liverpool fan, and say,
are we talking about that Liverpool or are we talking about this Liverpool?
This is the same Liverpool.
Wait, are you a better
You only have a
Liverpool now?
different manager.
Honestly speaking,
It's the same player
Arsenal did get a
the
good
team
group.
that was legs were falling off.
Dude,
You
have the same team.
We got a good group.
You have the
We
same
got a
team
good
plus
group.
Chiesa. You have the same team plus Chiesa and a different manager.
We got a good
laying the
group.
run past Endo on that this time. I'm not gonna.
We got a
now.
good group.
Stop it.
I'm happy.
Oh man,
We got a
that's
good
funny.
group. Let's not lie.
Yo, what are the
Like,
aways?
look at the Crystal Palace. I think that same week, bro.
Can you not tell?
I think
that was terrible.
Igor, I think we underestimate these groups by just looking at
One
them.
second, Vader.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see the logos now. I see the logos.
Look at
Yeah.
the away matches. We're going to play Inter away.
I
You think
see
it's
the
going to be
icons
easy?
now.
You think it's going to be easy in Italy? You're going to play Atlanta away. You think it's going to be easy when you get there?
That's your only tough game.
Sporting? Hold on,
That's your only
Sporting.
tough
You think
game.
it's going to be easy to beat Sporting in
I'm
Portugal
not-
away?
Listen,
Those
just
are
because
tough
you-
aways.
just because you
Those
had
are
your-
tough
just
aways.
because you had
Those
your
are
problem with Sporting out-
those are three
just
tough
because you
away
had your
games.
problem with Sporting before doesn't mean you're gonna have your problem with Sporting again.
Listen, Musa.
You
You
should
could
be
not
winning them, but
you
they're tough.
Atlanta.
You should be winning them. That's the whole point. You should be
Yeah.
winning
No,
them.
I'm not saying we should not be winning.
I've
Musa,
given you
Musa,
my
Musa,
opinion
Musa,
about
stop.
Liverpool. I said to you, we had two
Musa,
tough
stop.
games.
Musa,
The
stop.
rest of
Stop.
is simple.
What you did-
have-
what you
Musa,
said-
why are you
have
so
three
triggered, bro?
Moose is on one right
Because
now.
I'm looking at your group like it's so
Musa,
simple. Even
Musa.
last year, you had the same easy group. I'm like, how do you guys get easy groups again, bro? Like,
Musa,
how
here's
is this
Musa,
like-
Musa.
True.
Here's
That's
the
true.
here's
How
the
did you
problem.
guys get another easy group?
Listen, here's the problem. We should be beating
Oh, Real
them,
Madrid
right?
tied it up.
Sorry, Vader, I want to say this. We should be beating them. I agree with you, but none of these games are easy, especially the away games. So to sit here and be disingenuous and say, "Oh, you guys have an easy go," oh, blah blah blah, that's nonsense talk, right? This same Atlanta you could not beat last season, and don't tell me about your weak legs and your
Bro,
tired
don't
players and
forget.
all that nonsense.
Don't forget.
So don't
we're
sit
top-
down here. Don't sit down here. This same Atlanta went and beat Bayern Leverkusen. The same Bayern Leverkusen that you rate against another team, beat them 3-0 in the finals. So don't sit down here.
All I'm saying, all I'm saying is we beat them away from home.
I let you
Dale,
finish.
We beat
I
them
let
away
you-
from home.
Listen, I let you finish. This
That's what I'm saying.
it's a different format this year in the Champions League. It's not home and away where you can get the chance to play them again. We're going away to them. Simple. It's not going to be easy at their stadium. We should be beating them, but it's never going to be easy. So don't
And
come
it's
here
Champions League.
and write a rhetoric that is fake and make out this whole thing that Arsenal has an easy group, so that if anything happens, you can then come back and want to banter.
Arsenal
No,
have
pack your
an
boss. Pack
No,
your boss.
Musa,
at the
don't do
back.
that.
Okay,
Musa,
okay,
don't do
Arsenal
that.
have an easier
Atalanta.
Okay, Arsenal have an easier group than Liverpool,
Yeah, they do.
then
They do.
Manchester City, then
Yeah.
bro, Aston Villa are firing it out as well. So think about it. Arsenal have an easier group than all of us here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying Arsenal. I'm gonna retract my statement. Arsenal don't have the easiest group in the Champions League. Arsenal have an easier group than any of the English teams. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right.
Is that not a fair statement?
I'm just gonna sit here and say this. We were in Pot B. We could have had the hardest group out of everybody here.
Exactly,
You
and you
guys-
ended up so easily.
You guys need to understand. No matter what happens, in order to be the best, we have to beat the best. None of us can get away from
Not
playing
being the
some
best
of the best
there,
teams
though.
in
You're
the
not-
round of
you're not-
16.
Yeah. I mean, you're not playing
Vader,
bad.
can I say? I just want to say this, right? We have the Italian champions, the French champions, the Europa Cup winner in our group. Go back
Okay.
and look at it. So when you say it's an easy group, Musa, please, I need to understand, because my brain seems to be realizing
Did
that.
he say French
Hold on,
champions?
hold on. I didn't say Spanish. I said French.
Dale,
I said
all they
French.
mean all they mean is we
French.
avoided
Musa,
Bayern.
listen,
All
French
they mean-
champions. Are you flexing that parents into
One
that?
second.
I am not flexing anything. What I'm saying is it is
I'm
called.
just-
You're
I'm
doing too,
sure.
Dio,
Musa.
you're doing too much right now. You're
No.
doing too much.
Dio.
Vader. It's called Europe for a reason. It's
Dio,
called
I
Europe
agree
for a
with
reason.
them though.
Right? Is it not the Europe? Is it not the Europe? So if you are the champion of your country, you are the champion of your country. I don't care if you rate them or
No,
not. The
get
bottom
that.
line is these people know what it takes to win.
Shameless.
No.
Shameless.
Listen to what I'm saying. They know how to win. They,
Shameless.
they know what it takes to win in their own league. You may not compare their league to the Premiership. That's not the point. They know what it takes to win because they've won in their league. There's a mentality that these clubs have as well. So
We're
my
not-
point
we're not-
is, it's never going to be easy. So to sit here and say it's an easy
You're
group is
mentality
nonsense.
No.
bro.
No,
It's nonsense.
Dio, I don't know why
team.
you're getting triggered on this. What Musa
I'm
said
not
is,
getting triggered out. That's how I talk.
no,
I'm just
you're
letting you
getting
know.
overly defensive. You don't need to do all the whole breakdown and who was champions of their league or what, because we are facing the similar teams within our groups, right? I'm seeing PSG. I'm seeing Inter, right?
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. So if
Right.
it's not easy,
So
if it's easy for us, then that means it's easy for you too.
No,
If
but
it's
what
easy
Musa's
for
also
those
pointing
teams-
out is who's playing
that's
home,
what he's
who's
saying.
playing away, and the other teams as well. We don't
know,
have
but
we don't have the exact same group, but he's pointing out the differences between the groups is you happen to have it easier. There's nothing wrong with that. Like we keep it moving.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. That, like even last season, you had it easier than the rest of us. So I'm like, normally, I'm not gonna lie to you. Normally it's you lot. Normally it's you lot. Normally it's you lot. Every year you have it easy. You have it easy. But I'm saying that
Listen,
now it's like
we haven't
Arsenal
been in the
just changed
Champions
it.
League for a couple
exactly.
years.
That's even
Yeah.
that's
They
even more
changed the
surprising.
rules.
That's even
I
more
feel like
surprising.
I feel like you're just upset because you got Real Madrid. It's not my fault you got Real Madrid.
Yes, I got Real Madrid. Yes, I'm upset. Of course, I'm upset. What do you mean?
It's not my fault you got
Of
Real
course
Madrid.
I'm upset.
So Vader,
Of
Vader,
course,
Vader,
I
this
want
is
the
so,
division.
this is,
Of course,
Vader,
I'm
this
I
upset.
is
just
so,
need to make sure.
this
I
is
just
so
need to make
confusing
sure
for me.
that the vote, guys. Let me give you guys an update on the poll. Let me give you guys an update on the poll.
Okay.
52 people have voted, and 55% have gone with Vinicius Jr.
For Ballon d'Or.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
He's an attacker bias.
And while we're
I
here,
used to rate your chat. I used to rate your chat
And while
highly
we're here,
intelligent. I gotta
I
change
want to
my
let you
mind now.
know today the chat has been on
Vader,
point.
Vader, you're just so mean.
Today the chat has been on point. They know what they're doing.
Oh,
know
they're
what
on point today. They're on point today.
You
Hold
know
on, Vader.
why? They hit that like button. We got over
Alright, I
100
respect
likes.
I respect
You
it.
gotta respect it. Also, big up to Musa, big up to Vader, big up to Banter on the pitch. I'm gonna make sure I put the links to their channels in the description right now. But before we go any further, guys, are any of your clubs gonna do anything before the window ends? Because Vader, your boys aren't doing anything, are they?
I think I'm looking at a defender minimum. You know.
Yeah.
I think I
Musa's
might be looking at a defender. You know?
Musa's in the club. The lights are turned on, and he's scrambling to grab
Wait,
it.
are you guys actually going for
I'm done.
Marguerite?
I'm done for now.
I think I'm looking for. I think I'm looking at a defender. You know?
Are you going to Crystal Palace and going for Marguerite?
If I might as well keep Gomez. If you're telling me Marguerite, I might as well just keep Gomez.
Marguerite is clear.
I want someone of a higher elk. I want someone of a higher elk.
Marguerite is on the same level as Kanate, in my opinion.
That's nuts. I think that's nuts to me. That's nuts to me.
The party's over. The lights are turned on. You're not being choosy with who you're grabbing to leave.
£10 million. Nah. I got Kiza. You guys were. I don't know where you guys were sniffing, but Kiza for £10 million is a bargain. And I'm gonna get a defender on top of it. I'm gonna get a defender on top of it, guaranteed, man.
Bro, it's a bargain if he stays fit for 10 games.
Bro, is this the same Chiesa? Is this the same Chiesa? Hold on, is this the same Chiesa? Hold on, is this the same Chiesa in 2021 that they were offering 100 million for?
Yeah, this is the same. I wouldn't say this. I wouldn't say this is. Because
no, I'm not talking. I'm not talking. This is what I'm saying. I'm not talking about.
Then was one of the best.
Musa, listen to understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying. I'm not talking about his skill set. No. I'm saying is it the same person we're talking about here? Same individual. It doesn't matter his skill set. I don't care.
Of course, the same person.
The same guy. Same man. All right. Same guy. I'm just wondering. Listen. Hear me out. I'm just wondering how he dropped in 3 years from 100 million, pound player to 10 million to 10 million pounds.
Last season played 33 appearances. There's no issue.
We're gonna have to do Premier League predictions, but before we do that, I'm gonna do it a little bit different today. But Musa, be honest. You know your club's not signing anybody else.
I think a defender's on the cards. I think a defender's on the cards.
Are you serious?
The only thing I think of, maybe not midfielder, but I think a defender's on the cards.
You know what? It's not hard to just tell the truth. It's not hard to tell the truth. Vader, are you going to sign anybody else?
No, I'm done. There's whatever I have. We'll see what you guys all do, but as it stands right now, I think I got enough to make it work. What will we do something in the January transfer window? Maybe, but summer-wise, nah, we're done.
Arsenal, we're going to bring in 2 goalkeepers and a winger.
2 goalkeepers
in the next 24 hours or 48 hours.
Yeah. We've already agreed to bring in Wiggins, Sam Tickle, and we're going to bring in Neto from Bournemouth, and we also are going to go try to get either Raheem Sterling, Kingsley Coman, or Anthony Gordon, one of them.
I think you might get a winger. I think you might, even if you sell.
Sterling, I thought you guys didn't like getting players from Chelsea anymore. I thought you guys were done with that.
Bro, at this point, we're desperate. And Chelsea
That's the right word. That is the right word.
I won't call it.
Also addicted to saving players, bro.
It's desperation.
I won't call it desperation. I think the right word to use, there was an opportunity. Raheem Sterling. Nobody thought he was going to leave Chelsea.
It's the same thing.
No. Hear the thing. No. It's not the same thing. This is the issue with rhetorics and narratives. Raheem Sterling up until last week was not an issue at Chelsea. Nobody thought he was going to leave until he was left out of a game. He was left out of a game. Suddenly, his press people are putting out stuff in the news. All of a sudden, it is, Chelsea wants to get rid of Raheem Sterling. That's an opportunity that you can look at. Originally, no Arsenal person was going to Chelsea to ask for any of their players. So the point is, yes, we were not going to do business, but when you see an opportunity, Calafiori was also an opportunity. We saw the Calafiori deal. There was an opening there, and we went in for it.
Calafiori is
Opportunities
good
are
business.
different. Opportunities are different from the desperation. Is we have been begging you guys. You've refused to give us Raheem Sterling, and then last minute we're like, we'll offer you whatever you want. Give us Raheem Sterling. We need him. He's our changer. He's our god. That's not what's happening. It's an opportunity to get an experienced Premiership player who knows how to win, who has played for Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea. Of course, looking bad in Chelsea because the Chelsea team itself was crap anyways.
No way Chelsea lost.
So, yeah, they lost.
Chelsea
2-1
lost to Serviette.
Yeah, but they qualified. They lost 2-1, but they qualified for this thing.
By how much? They qualified only by 3-2 aggregate.
Yeah.
You gotta be laughing.
I don't know what's going on over there.
I don't know about you guys, but Chelsea fans are gonna rant just because they lost today, even though they qualified. It's gonna be funny. But guys, there's final thing. Premier League predictions. Let's go in order. Arsenal Brighton. What are you guys saying? I'm saying 2-0 win for Arsenal.
Also, Brighton.
2-1.
2-1.
2-0 for me. I think 2-0. I think our defense can do it this time around. We can keep a clean sheet.
Okay, so 2-1 or 2-0, guys? What are we saying?
2-0 for me.
2-1.
I'm saying 2-1.
I need us to keep a clean sheet in the first 5 games. Whether we tie with City, I don't know.
Why? Why do you need a clean sheet for the first 5?
I need a clean sheet for the first 5 games.
I need all those clean sheets because Arsenal's going for that record.
It's not just the record. I'm not going for the record again. Let me tell you why I'm saying I need a clean sheet, because when the season really kicks off with the Champions League and players are getting tired and then they're able to start scoring, I want to reduce the amount of goals difference. Whatever happens at the end of the season, you never know. It was one game last season that separated us from City. It was one game. It could be a different story this year. So my point is, do whatever you need to do at the very beginning to make sure that you put yourself in the position, because we're going against City here. City will score many goals. Even if they concede, they'll score many.
So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna predict the winners for these games. I think Brentford's gonna beat Southampton. So I'm just gonna go 1-0. I don't know what the score is gonna be. Everton, Bournemouth. I'm just gonna think this is gonna be a shit draw. 0-0.
No, not a shit draw. I think it's gonna be 2-2.
2-2. Okay, we'll go 2-2.
I think Everton,
Ipswich, Fulham. I think Fulham good. I'm gonna go 2-0 to Ipswich. Are the worst team in the Premier League.
Dude, they scored against Man City. It can happen again.
No, I think Fulham are keeping a clean sheet. They're coming to Ipswich. They're dunking on their head.
Just saying.
Musa, you watch Ipswich. Do you think Fulham can do that on them?
Fulham are edging that win. 2-1.
Yeah, they're just 2-1. I'm telling you, I can smell it.
2-1. I think Fulham might edge that. I think it might be Ipswich 1-1, and then Fulham might get a winner somehow or something like that. I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be close. Because
it's going to be a 2-1 victory. Emil Smith Rowe brace. Hey, the boy has been scoring in every game he's played for them.
Not against United.
Yeah.
Not against United. So it's one game.
No. He's played what? Even in preseason and plus preseason and the games he's played in, and he scored in every game.
Let's move on to Leicester Aston Villa.
So yeah,
I don't think it's every game, But
now the preseason and the games he's played in.
Yeah, preseason doesn't count. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but what about the Premiership game?
Villa's gonna beat Leicester. Let's just keep it moving. Nottingham Forest draw versus Wolves. Man City, West Ham. West Ham get a goal versus Man City. What do you say, Invader?
Yeah, I think we might be seeing a 3-1. This might be a 3-1 game.
I don't think they get goal,
We're not.
I think Haaland hat trick once again.
I wouldn't go. I see a brace. I see him getting a brace. I can see KDB.
That guy's gonna score every game, man.
I hope so. I need him. I want him to win that. I want him to break the Golden Boot. I want him to break the goal scoring record again.
He's going to score every game. He's going to score every game except Arsenal. When he comes up against
Saliba, you guys are gonna park the bus.
When he comes up against Saliba against some rounds, when they put him in the back pocket.
He still has the left.
Crowding that 18-yard box.
I don't think West Ham is as good as everyone thinks.
Bowen's decent.
I don't think West Ham is good as everyone thinks. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, so we're going 3-0. We're going 3-0 City win.
You guys want to do 3-0?
3-1.
I think it's something like that. I think it's
I'm saying 3-1. I'll say 3-1.
I'll go with 3-1.
Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Can we go 1-1 draw?
Did you guys see Mateta's goal the other day?
That's gonna be a hot game.
Palace
Did
2-1.
you guys see Mateta's
Mateta's
goal the other
playing
day?
for a contract, guys.
It's gonna be more than 1-1 though. If it's a draw, it's like 2-2,
I think it's
3-2.
gonna
It's
be
gonna
a
be something
mess.
crazy.
It's gonna be
Wolves almost scored 3 on them.
Yeah.
Palace
I
3-2.
rate Crystal Palace's defense way more than
Palace
Wolves.
3-2. That's rude.
I think Palace 3-2. I think Palace clinches it in the 95th minute. If there's 5 minutes of extra time at the end,
That
Palace
game
scores
is
a goal.
gonna be.
I'm
a
not going to
mess.
go that far.
Just
I
keep it
know
Sunday,
Chelsea
bro.
can stay in the game. So if Palace score 3, I think Chelsea will score 3. I think it's a draw.
That's why I just said that. That's why I said in the 95th minute, the last minute, Palace scores a third goal winner. Like 1 minute to go, Palace scores the third goal.
Anyone
Pass.
picking Chelsea to win?
I think Palace beats them in this game.
Vader, you
question,
picking
bro.
Chelsea to win?
I keep seeing a draw. I keep
Alright.
seeing a draw. It's
I
weird.
see
Why are the
Newcastle.
2 games on 2:30, by the way? Why are
I've
they
seen
both 2:30?
Newcastle. That's always how it is on Sunday. 2:30. There's always 2 games. But I see Newcastle dunking on Tottenham once again. I'm going 3-1 Newcastle. Isaac Brace.
Wow.
Ooh.
What
I
you
think
saying?
I can understand it, but I don't think Newcastle
3-2.
been good in the first 2
I think
games.
3-2.
I don't think.
Bro,
Newcastle-
in the last 4 games, Newcastle have beaten Tottenham and scored 6. And they've scored 10 goals.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
looking at their
3-2.
run right now.
Yeah,
Their run.
Spurs don't like that
run-
physicality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go 3-2.
I go 3-2. I think it's a
Yeah.
3-2. Tottenham has goals in them. They will score. Let's not.
And
we
then
can't.
the big derby. Musa, you go first.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Listen, Man United, Liverpool.
Look at this man smiling. Look at him.
I've had my bad times last season at Old Trafford. This season, it's a slot era. It's a new era. It's a new start. It's the defense properly defending this time. No mistakes. Not like last time. I think we beat them. I think we absolutely smack them. I think if we don't actually make howlers like last time, I think it's a 2-0 or 3-1. That's what I'm thinking.
2-0 or 3-1.
2-0, 3-1 to Liverpool. I'm being dead serious. There's no chance we get more than we'll get
All
less than
right,
1
all
goal.
right. Can I just bring it back to down to earth? Man United are going to make it really difficult for you to score goals, and it's going to end in a draw, in my opinion.
I don't think we get less than 1 goal.
United 2-1. I don't like
United 2-1. Vader, what are you saying?
2-1.
That's
They don't have a striker.
You know what's happening?
They don't have a striker.
This is a game where you have United so overly hyped going into a season, they're kind of like leveling down. But then you have so much outrage with Liverpool, and they should be signing all this kind of. I'm already seeing the meltdowns now because of Champions League. Not necessarily you, Musa, but there's a lot of your fans being like, "Oh, we should have bought. This is what's going to calm them and be like, hey, be quiet, because you guys are going to spank United. This is going to be a 3-1. This is a 3-1 Liverpool.
That's what I think too. I think that too.
I know it's Old Trafford. I know, but it's still a 3. It's
Like
a 3.
this is where I always tell people that, you see, when people say, "Oh, stuff like this is not at Anfield." That's what the problem. That's what the problem. This is why I said the 2-1 victory for Man United. This is where the problem has been with people. People don't realize that this kind of derbies, when you guys play each other, go look at the history of it. When they come to Anfield, we know what happens. It's almost like
United fans want a reason to hate Ten Hag.
No. Listen, of course I hear you, but my point is there's something about playing at Old Trafford when it's Liverpool and it's Manchester United.
And there's something about Salah.
Forget all that. Forget all that. Forget the form of the team. Forget who the manager is. Put any Man United team and any Liverpool team at Old Trafford and see what usually happens. There's an aura about it. So here's my thing, which is why I said I think United can just edge it. Just edge it. If it's Anfield, forget it. Liverpool is edging it. It's the same thing. That's all I'm looking at. So yeah,
I hear it.
Last season, listen to me, Dale. Last season it was chaos ball. It's not chaos ball anymore, bro. That's what I'm trying to say to you. This season,
I hear you, but
it's not the same. This is not what I tell you. This is not what I've seen from us. If I look into us now, if I'm looking at Liverpool right now, we're not gonna be phased by even if we be a goal down. I think we're not gonna be phased like that. I'm being dead serious.
Listen, I hear you. All I'm saying is there is a thing about playing Liverpool and Manchester United at Old Trafford, and there's a thing about playing Manchester United and Liverpool at Anfield. We've seen it over the years, for hundreds of years.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up there. We don't want to give ourselves too many headaches. Everyone, do me a favor. Please hit the like button on the way out. We're gonna go to Chelsea. We're gonna go raid the Chelsea stream. Tell them you guys lost to a napkin. Go raid that chat. Tell them you lost to a napkin. Anyways, we're out of here, people. Done.